Alright guys, welcome back to OP Tinkers. I want to talk about today Mopar exhaust, specifically for the 66 through 70 B Body. So you may notice if you look under your car that you actually only have one hanging mount for the passenger side to hold up your exhaust if your car wasn't factory equipped with a dual exhaust like mine. So when you go to actually add in a dual exhaust, whether you still have a small block or a big block car, you have to come up with a solution in order to hang the other exhaust pipe. Well, most people will weld a rod to the floor or something else along those lines. But if you want to do it proper and do it the way that the factory did it, or just make it a little bit stronger, because those little pieces of rod that they tend to weld to the floor will snap off and can. It's not always, but it can. I'll show you here in just a second the solution. Alright guys, and here is the solution. As you can see from the factory, Chrysler actually made a bracket that just bolts in to the factory floor. This is how it came for all 66 through 70s. There is a different bracket that was used from 71 onwards for the floor pans that attached in a different way. It was kind of an odd bracket. But you can retrofit this bracket if you did so choose. I've seen other people do it as well, all the way up to the last of the B bodies in 78 and 79. Now what you'll notice in the floor pan is there's actually these little dimples right here. You don't want to drill out those dimples. This is actually a reproduction bracket from Mancini, and it does not line up exactly with these holes. These are just a guide. You can place them here if you'd like, but it's just a guide for the general area to let you know it goes here. What I did was I actually measured from this crease here up to the actual bracket. It was just under a 1/4 inch on the other side, so I wanted to keep it the same. My exhaust is loosely positioned down with the actual hangers. Mine are from TTI, so I know where everything's going to end up. Once I got that measurement at a 1/4, and this loosely where I wanted it to be to try to make this hanger as straight as possible, I drilled the holes into the floor. It was a 1/4 inch hole. I used a 1/4 inch drill bit. It just goes through pretty easily. I mean, this is like 16/18 gauge metal. It's not anything crazy. And then you want to make sure you oversize them just a little bit, because it's kind of hard for these to slide through. There's 2 brackets you can use. This is the actual one from Mancini. Accurate Exhaust also makes a replica of this one. This is the preferable bracket. TTI makes a smaller bracket. It doesn't look anything like this, and it actually sits, if you try to position it on the pan, it would sit lower than this actual crease right here. So it wouldn't, in my opinion, I don't think it's the right fit, especially when you're using their hangers. I would have to have one hanger adjusted to one height and another to a different height. It just didn't make sense to me to go that route when these are roughly the same price. So let me show you it from the inside of the car. Alright guys, welcome to the inside of the back of my car. So what you'll notice is you removed the back seat to go ahead and put this in. I'll make another video on how I did that as well. But this is the back side of the Mancini bracket. That is the reproduction of the original. Accurate Exhaust makes the same thing. You can see they have little welded in studs. I did use non-corrosive. That's what's very important. You want like an ultra blue or ultra black, Permatex or 3M, whichever your preference for the gasket maker. And I just put that on the bottom of the base of the bracket when I put it in. The reason you want to do that is it seals those holes. That prevents that from allowing moisture to enter the car and just rust anything else. Also, you want to use a little bit of spray paint just to spritz around each hole to prevent those from, again, just protecting any sort of corrosion or anything else like that. Why the seat has to come out is the bracket, which is down here. It's hidden behind your panel that separates your back seat from your trunk. So basically you end up unhooking the seat from the tops, there and there. Tab here that you can see right there. Sorry. right there is what you bend out, and that allows you to slide the back seat out. With these back seats on these cars, they're kind of a little bit of a pain to get out. It's not just an actual lift up and pull. You have to push in the seat and then lift up. And that's how you pull out the bottom of the back seat. But again, like I said, I'll make a video on how I did that when I'm reassembling this. But if you were going to put in a dual exhaust on your B Body from 66 through 70, that is how you do it. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, just put them below. And once again, just like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Helps me out. Helps get the view counts out. So anything that you guys can do, I appreciate it. Thank you, and keep wrenching.